4 years, 4 state titles, 96 wins and countless individual honors. Payton Pritchard is a legend in West Linn, Oregon, and for good reason. As a 14-year-old, 5'9" freshman, the Boston Celtics' first-round pick was a starter on a 21-8 team that took home the Class 6A state title. Pritchard was smaller than most of his opponents, but he knew his remarkable work ethic and toughness could set him apart. Pritchard would set his alarm for 5:30 a.m., head to his garage and dribble a coarse weighted ball for roughly 1 hour each morning before leaving for school, sometimes to the point where his hands would bleed. That didn't keep him from his routine, though, nothing a little medical tape couldn't fix. His work ethic and competitive edge helped Pritchard play a key role in West Linn bringing home the school's first state championship in 16 years, but that was only the tip of the iceberg. He wasn't our MVP that year, but he might have been our most important player, West Linn head coach Eric Viuhkola said. He sacrificed a lot of his game that freshman year because we did have a lot of good, older players around him. And he was just young. That's a big age jump coming into freshman year, but he was unbelievable as a freshman. The next 3 years, though, he was by far the best player. The next season, Pritchard averaged 18 points and 7.5 assists per game as West Linn won its second straight 6A state title. At just 15 years old, he was operating as a seasoned floor general, getting his teammates involved while dominating off the dribble en route to a 24-4 record against high-level competition, including future lottery pick Jahlil Okafor. With Nike sitting in their backyard, West Linn often has the opportunity to participate in the Les Schwab Invitational, a highly renowned high school tournament held annually in Hillsboro, Oregon. Such was the case in December of Pritchard's sophomore year, when he and the Lions eventually faced off against Okafor and national power Whitney Young, Chicago, in the tournament's third-place game. Trailing by 1 point with less than 10 seconds remaining in a jam-packed gym at Liberty High School, Pritchard drove into a crowded lane where 2 defenders collapsed on him, forcing him to briefly lose the ball. After regaining possession just inside the free throw line, he turned over his right shoulder and tossed up a potential game-winning shot. The ball took a high, dramatic bounce off the back rim, but eventually fell through with 1.9 seconds left, giving the West Linn a confidence-boosting victory over a nationally ranked program. Of course, they'd go on to take home the more important state championship just a few months later. Suddenly, Pritchard was taking on the reputation of potentially being Oregon's best point guard since Damon Stoudamire. But the now 16-year-old received an additional chip on his shoulder following the impressive state championship season.